I tried to burn down the Korean church.
Oh.
Hell yeah, dude.
Did I tell you about that?
That's always a good thing to say.
Me and my cousin Andy, right? This is gonna sound like a lie, but it's not.
Okay.
And we went to this Korean church growing up, and one day my uncle caught me and Andy opening up the trunk of my mom's car, and my dad had a gas, spare gas in there. Mm-hmm. I was having it and a lighter, and we're gonna burn down half of the fucking church.
Why would you do that?
We hated it.
With nobody in it, though.
I think so, yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I think so, yeah. We were kids. It's at the same time where I beat my grandmother with a stick.
Oh yeah, kid stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Burn the church, beat the old lady, kid stuff.
Well, she was paralyzed from the neck down, so
she didn't feel anything. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of stuff did you guys get into as kids? I guess now that I think about it, we got in trouble for spray painting. We got caught for like graffiti.
Yeah.
But that wasn't burning down a church.
But we didn't actually do it. I think we were scared, but we had it. I don't know.
You went through the action of getting the gasoline though.
Yeah.
That's a big step.
Well, it's not as bad as like, shooting up a place.
That's true.
Hey, look at me.
Right?
That's right.
So yeah, just look at the bright side.
That's a bright side. What did you do? You weren't a bad kid.
No, I would have friends like Bobby and I'd be like so scared. They'd be like, come on, we'll just burn the church down. And I'd be like, please don't make me do it.
But here's why.
Well, here's why it's not that bad. It's your own religion. You weren't going to burn, like it wasn't a hate crime because it's your own. It's like you wanted to burn down the thing that you were connected to because you were mad about it.
But not just that. I was mad at the idea that, Korean parents view their children as trophies, right? So, you would hear like at a party, my daughter Sue, she gets straight A, she go Harvard, right?
She's getting harbored by somebody?
No, she's going to Harvard.
Harvard. She's going to Harvard?
Harvard.
Iran?
Harvard.
Oh, Harvard.
Yeah, I'm just saying the way they said it.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were saying Harvard.
I'll do it again, and I'll try to make it more.
Go ahead.
My daughter Sue, she gets straight A. She's going to Harvard. Does that feel better?
That sounds great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then my dad would be like,
But imagine a conversation if they did that.
Yeah.
My daughter so intellectual.
Yeah.
She gonna go to Dartmouth.
It's like a movie dub, but they didn't have enough money. Yeah.
God, it's so
we only
fun.
have enough money for Harvard, guys.
Yeah. So they show each other off, and the kids are trophies.
And my parents never.
You were a consolation prize?
What?
You were a consolation prize?
Yeah. They would. No, I mean, I think some Korean people thought I was dead.
Because you didn't get
that
talked
was never
about.
talked about.
What about Steve?
Because he got straight A's.
He did?
Oh yeah, my brother had Bible passages on his wall. My brother's room, I swear to God, looked like John Doe's room in Seven.
Yeah.
Like a red cross,
big
black
red
walls, and just like it was weird.
He was fully in.
He was fully in Christianity. And then what happened is my brother lost state. Because my brother was ranked like 4 in the nation.
Wow.
As a wrestler.
Wow.
And he went to state, and I remember he just dropped the ball. And I remember him, there was so much expectation and pressure, and he couldn't do it. I mean, he was a great wrestler. And I could, that day I remember seeing a switch in his eye, and then he just became a pothead.
Good switch?
Yeah, it's a pretty good switch.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you didn't damage anything as a little kid?
I remember being late, like when we had a curfew.
Time out. You remember being late?
Well, it was bad because my mom was like, be home at this time. And I think it became like a habit. Like I just kept.
How late?
Like hours. Like I would just disregard any rules.
Oh, you're a bad girl.
And
Wednesday night, midnight, you come home?
No, maybe like 7 or 8. But I was in like 3rd or 4th grade.
Whoa.
What? Who are you? What were you doing in 3rd grade staying out till 9 p.m.?
Riding my bike with my friend.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
So we weren't doing nothing bad. But I remember when I stopped because I came home and my mom and sister set up the Christmas tree without me.
Oh, wow. That was the payback?
That's how I would get punished. It was like with guilt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did your parents ever give you the talk, like what to do if like a van pulls up?
Ready? 2 van guys. Ooh. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, can you help us with this couch?
Like lifting it?
They'll bring it into the...
She's like 9.
Yeah.
What's she going to do with this couch?
She's gonna lift it and put it in the bag.
You want some candy? That's the original one.
You never saw Silence of the Lambs. All right, let's start over.
Hey, you want some candy?
Yeah.
We know your dad.
You want some candy? It's no sugar.
Is this 2023?
No, I don't know.
Oh, the candy's vegan.
It's vegan. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Eddie, you want it?
But you know my dad?
I know your dad.
Yeah, Cliff.
That's not his name.
That's his nickname.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys must know him better than me.
Yeah. Anyway, hey, come in the van.
All right.
All right.
All right. These guys
you would have done that.
No.
Yeah.
No, but I remember one time we had this lake by my house, and I was hanging out with my friend there, Miranda. She was a bad influence. And we were probably breaking their curfew. And this guy was fishing in the lake, which now that I look back is weird because I grew up in Tempe, Arizona. There's no fish in
There's no fish in the Tempe Town Lake.
The
No.
suburban lake.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
But he gave me a frozen fish.
What?
And I brought it home to my mom. She was like, "We're not eating that."
Oh, really?
You can't, you can't raise your kids in Phoenix. It's just, you just can't.
You can't.
They're lovely that you turned out so wonderful, but man, weird.
You either turn out completely right wing, or Doug Stanhope.
Yeah, or her.
Or that.
She's like you're like our Doug Stanhope. You're what's a female? You're like Debbie Stanhope. You're like Debbie Stanhope. I remember when we moved from the city to the suburbs, and I'll never forget, they were finishing up a plate, a window that was above our front door, like a little window above our front door, and the kids.
I'm trying to visualize. Slow down.
Yeah.
Say it again.
There was a window above our front door. Right, that
Oh, I see. So it's let me look. I'm looking at the door.
Yeah.
And then I look up.
Yeah, there's a what?
There's a little is it
It's big. It's a good sized window.
But for birds to peep.
For birds to look in the house.
Okay.
And a couple of kids in the neighborhood threw a big rock through it and shattered it before we moved in, before we were even out there. And then we went to visit the house because the contractor was kids broke in and did a bunch of damage to the house.
Wow.
And I remember being inside the living room and being so mad because I was like, I do this stuff. Ooh. You don't do this to me. I was a little asshole. I was like, oh, this is the universe paying me back for being a little troublemaker. I was like, I'm going to find out who did this. I'm going to kill those kids.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I was so mad because I was like, they broke into my mom and dad's new house. Because this was our first house. We lived in apartments until then.
In the city?
In the city.
Yeah.
And then I was like, they fucked up my mom's first house.
Oh, she bought it?
Well, my mom and my stepdad did, but I was like, this is the first time she lived in a home.
Did you invest?
Yeah, I invested. I think I put in
I need to know the details.
30 or 40
dollars.
Yeah, and I remember trying to find out who did it, and then I found out who did it in the neighborhood.
Let me guess.
Yeah, guess his name. Starts with a B.
Oh. Bartholomew.
That's right.
Right? That's a name, right? Bartholomew.
Bartholomew Simpson.
Bartholomew J. Simpson.
Yeah, good.
He did it. And then the guys that I found out that did that, I became friends with.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
They were the kids I got caught graffitiing with.
Yeah,
it was as soon as I found out, I was like, you guys threw a rock through my mom's window? And they were like, yeah, we're just fucking around. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to be friends with them. Yeah. I was such a puss. I thought I was going to fight these kids, but then I was like, I kind of like their vibe.